Hello, everyone. You are tuned into WTF-FRENZEE, your one-stop channel where we take a look at highlight news and what's up behind the scenes. Please note that content on this channel I got from searching the internet and from social media and are not my own content. As we all know, Julius Malema is accused by Elon Musk of racism against the whites because of his song Kill the Boer. The question is that true? So in today's video, we take a closer look at Mr. Malema, where we will hear at the end of the video what others are saying. At the end, please tell me in the comments below if you think Elon Musk is right or wrong. Remember, if you like what you see, to hit that like and subscribe with the bell, as it helps me to bring more inside news to all of you. With that said, let's dive in.
I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of death. I don't know why I'm still alive.
Are you scared of
I
killing?
died long time ago.
Are you scared of killing?
I'm not scared of killing. A revolutionary is a walking killing machine. Not scared of death. If that need arise, I will kill. And I will do so with no hesitation, especially in defense of my people.
We don't need any whites' favor. We do what we like. Even when whites say, don't come here, we go where whites say, don't come. Because we get no instruction from no white man. Not even Steinheisen will tell us what to do. When a white man says, don't vote for me, we vote for him by force. There's nothing he can do. What can he do?
This thing of dating white people and thinking that's what we fought for, we didn't fight for that.
Okay, I guess it's an individual's choice, that one.
No, it's a fundamental objectives of the revolution. When the 1912 happened, at the core of it has never been dating white people. It has been the return of the land and the wealth.
We don't have a problem with white people. They are more than welcome. I'm even considering starting to do white people sports, cycling, things like that. And swimming. That one of swimming, it can be it can be a bit challenging. We have no problem with white people. Let's engage from a respectful point of view. Don't treat me like a boy. Don't address me like a boy. If you are giving the EFF money, means you must address me like a boy. You can take your money. We don't want it.
Where were you?
Today, the EFF held a land expropriation without compensation rally in George in the Western Cape. EFF leader Julius Malema addressed his supporters, urging them to occupy land, saying it is rightfully theirs.
When we say to the people of South Africa, occupy the land, we don't say do an illegal thing. It is a right thing to do because it is your land. How do you say we are wrong by asking people to go and occupy what is rightfully belonging to them? It is your property. I can't say to you, go and occupy your house, and I'm told I'm doing a wrong thing. The land belongs to you.
Malema says it is not his intention to drive white people away, but rather to call on them to share the country's land.
These whites, they belong here with us. We are neighbors, but they must be prepared to share the land. The only problem we have with them, they don't want to share the land. Now they say, hey, Malema doesn't want white people. I never said that.
Malema discussed other issues including service delivery and paid a tribute to struggle stalwart Winnie Madikizela Mandela, talking about the role of patriarchy when looking at her legacy.
When Winnie wanted to be president in 1997, Zuma was already a criminal. Yet they preferred to elect Zuma into deputy president in 1997 in Mafike against Winnie Mandela. Why? She's a woman. African men who suffer from inferiority, who are scared of women, who can't tolerate powerful women. Winnie Mandela is the first powerful revolutionary who is a female an African. When you read the history of politics all over the world, you hear about men, Karl Marx, Lenin, Che Guevara, Fidel Castro, Nelson Mandela, Chrisani. They are all men. For the first time, the world will celebrate a female revolutionary, and that revolutionary will come from South Africa. They give our holidays new names because they want to distort the history of African people. So we must never allow them to rewrite the history of Africa. We are here today to salute the warriors, the kings and queens who fought for the land of South Africa and the whole of Africa. So when we say it's our heritage it's a heritage of conquering and a heritage of warriors who fought against the racists who came to our land and wanted to claim this beautiful land. What type of heritage must we celebrate? Are we celebrating the defeat, or are we celebrating the victories that those who came before us fought and won? Today, they say it's a heritage day. Except wearing the clothes that we are wearing and saying we are proud through the clothes, what other heritage do you have? Because when you say Happy Heritage Day, the whites are celebrating Heritage Day of owning banks. Their heritage is owning land. Our heritage is landless. Our heritage is that of not owning the mines when they own the mines. Our heritage is that of not owning the monopoly industries when they own monopoly industries and control everything in South Africa. They say we must say Happy Heritage Day, both the poor and the rich. We must all be happy today. For what? Because we don't have what the rich have. They've got more than what we have as a heritage. Yeah.
Now, the way a sentence is structured, you say, we are not calling for the slaughter of white people, at least for now. That means at some future date, we may call for the slaughter of white people. Is that correct?
Let's deal with that at that future date. I don't know what's going to happen.
So you're saying you are not ruling out that in the future you may very well call for the slaughter of white people.
It may not be me.
Could it be you?
It could be me, yes, but it may not be me.
Yeah, so it could be you. You could, at some future date, call for the slaughter of white people.
What will necessitate that?
You tell me.
I don't know. Why would I do that?
You've said you could do it in the future. Is that correct?
I can't guarantee that I can't do it or I won't do it.
So right now,
so I'm not ruling out that possibility.
If I asked you to pledge, to say, I will never call for the slaughter of white people, would you make that pledge?
I will do it with ease.
Make that pledge.
Why would I do that?
I'm asking you to make that pledge.
I
will do it.
I won't do it.
Make the pledge.
I won't do it.
You won't do it?
Yes.
I understand.
Are there any other grounds on this issue of trying to offend white supremacists on the question of black people and white people kissing because they think it's wrong? Are there any other examples?
No, in the chant throughout, the white supremacists offended my Lord. There is a chant where I say, Sil tatile hilagit, meaning we took the land, belongs to us. The white supremacist will be offended that now he's claiming they've taken the land, it belongs to them. So all of it is aiming at unsettling the racist white supremacist, and we make no apology about it.
We want to make it very clear that we should not be confused with a generation of cowards who can be bullied by imperial forces
and power-hungry individuals intoxicated by the wealth of apartheid. The United States of America has bullied nations before and imposed senseless and arbitrary sanctions and threatened wars. But we are a different generation. We are a generation of economic freedom fighters and will not be bullied, Mr. President. We agree with you, President, that we should not be bullied. We stand on the shoulders of the giants who confronted the establishment with their very lives, and we are willing to follow in their footsteps. We are not cowards, and they must not try us. Chair, President Cyril Ramaphosa stood before a joint sitting of the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces on Thursday last week, addressing South Africans and the world to deliver his 8th State of the Nation address. Yet he spoke as if it were his first ever SONA. There was no sense of accountability, no meaningful reporting, and no acknowledgement of the economic crisis facing our people. The President did not tell us what happened to the National Development Plan. He did not say whether it is still the guiding policy of South Africa, nor did he acknowledge that the country has been governed without any clear, practical, and guiding policy. Today, we have the medium-term development plan, but its direction and impact remain unclear, just another failed NDP. In reality, the neoliberal right-wing coalition has no credible economic plan. There is no clear strategy to create jobs while more than 12 million people remain unemployed. The economy is stagnant, and these are undeniable facts. We are facing a crisis as a nation. The crisis of high food prices, the crisis of unaffordable transport costs, the crisis of soaring petrol prices, the crisis of gender-based violence and femicide, and the collapse of the National Gender-Based Violence Command Center without an explanation. The crisis of water shortage in Mzinyati, Skukuni, and many other parts of Gauteng, it's a serious crisis. The crisis of inadequate housing in Alexander, Umlazi, and Khayelitsha. The crisis of collapsed municipalities that lack the capacity to deliver basic services. These are the crises the President inherited when he was elected President of the Republic of South Africa on 15 February 2018. In 2018, you said you will focus on rebuilding, yet things only got worse for our people. In 2019, you said to Mamina, the nation sent you, but to this day, we don't know what you went and did after you were too much. It was in 2019 when you stood before South Africa after asking us to send you, and you promised the nation speed trains and a smart city. You asked us to imagine a country where bullet trains pass through Johannesburg as they travel from here to Musina, and they stop in Buffalo City on their way from eThekwini back here in Cape Town. You said to us, the time has arrived to build a new smart city founded on the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution. We sent you to fulfill these dreams of yours, and 6 years later, you have not returned with a speed train or a smart city, and your term of office is slowly nearing an end.
I will never be bullied by Elon Musk or Donald Trump, because I've never done any crime to anyone. As of yesterday, I was in an auction in Rustenburg of Peter Detroit. In that auction, 95% of those people were white people. I sat with them from 11 o'clock until 6 in the evening, wanting to demonstrate to Elon Musk and Donald Trump that I'm with the people you are saying I want to kill. Why would I sit with these white people if I want to kill them? Why do you make me an international criminal for asking for dignity of black people? I've not committed any crime against anyone, except to say, let's restore the dignity of black person. If you don't have the land, you will never have dignity. And I was saying to those white people yesterday, you are not going anywhere because it's nicer in South Africa. There is no any other place which is more nicer than South Africa, where black and white can coexist without problems. The only thing you need to change is your hearts. You must learn to share and share the land with the rest of other people. We might look like we are a nation that is in a racist conflict. That is, we are not in a racist conflict. We are in a robust engagement as people who were excluded from the economy of South Africa. And that robustness might look like it's violence against a particular nation.
Tonight we're talking about a very serious thing. We're talking about murders, people who are being slaughtered, people who are facing persecution. Let me start by giving you facts. In Australia, the murder rate is 2 out of 100,000 people. In South Africa, the murder rate per year is 34 out of 100,000. However, for the farmers in South Africa, the murder rate is 78 times the murder rate than we have in Australia. That is a shocking statistic. The white South African farmers are being persecuted and they are being murdered. But it's not just the way in that, it's just not just the fact that they are being murdered, but it's also the way in which they are brutally slaughtered. These people are suffering, they are tortured, they are just treated inhumanely to an extent that it is almost impossible to explain to people what happens. And all of this is swept under the carpet in South Africa. You don't hear it on the media, you don't hear these figures, you don't hear these stories. You only hear it from the people directly who are affected, their family members, their neighbors, who use things like Facebook and social media to share the horrible stories that have happened to them. Let me give you an idea of what happens to those people. They get slaughtered on their farms because they are there and their farms are wanted. They don't want the people on the farm. The people go in and they would do things like put boiling water down 2-year-olds' throats while they make their parents watch that. They would chop off the Achilles of the parents' feet so that they cannot run. They would kill the people, they would cut them, they would slash them and make them drown in their own blood while they're watching their children being raped. This is the stuff that's happening in South Africa, and this is what nobody is saying in the media. Nobody tells us about that. It is horrible, horrible, horrible.
Take back land by any means necessary.
Inciting violence is one thing, but hiring assassins is another. We received a copy of a very interesting conversation between a national intelligence agent and a so-called general of the notorious prison gang, the 28s. He spent more than 20 years in jail for farm murders and was released in December.
Hulle het my ook gesê binnekant wanneer ek uitkom, dan moet ek kontak maak met Julius Malema, die ou van Limpopo, van die EFF. Want hy was ook nou hier, nou in September, toe was Julius Malema, toe was hy by Pretoria, New York. Toe kom hy daar by New York, toe vraag hy daar, toe sê hy daar, wanneer julle bendes wil goue span hê, wanneer julle wil 'n span hê, kom check my by Limpopo. Ek gaan julle span gee, wat ek julle gaan gee daar is 'n balaklava, 'n gun en cash. Want hy sê daar hy steun die boere. Die Julius Malema. Hy sê jy moet net vir my 'n paar moorde pleeg op boere plase.
We invited Mr Malema to respond to us either on camera or in writing, but simply received a one-line reply from the EFF stating that the CIC is not available to take the interview due to his busy schedule. This very serious accusation is still unverified, but until Julius Malema responds, it remains extremely worrying.
There we have it out of the horse's mouth. That leaves us to ask, is apartheid really something of the past in South Africa? Tell me what you think in the comments. That's all for today at WFT. Thanks for watching. Till next time, goodbye.